Welcome to my channel. My name is Katie, and today we're going to be doing messages from Hecate reading. We're going to be simply tapping on this energy to guide us, to help us, to hopefully, provide for us some wisdom for the day. So I hope that you enjoy it, get comfy. I'm going to be using an oracle card deck this time around that's fixed on the ocean, focused on the ocean. So yeah, oh my gosh, let's see. Today, I choose to be happy. If you resonate with this, you can comment in the comment section below. I am the main character in my life story, and I will not let another take my title. Today, I choose to be happy. Mother, please provide us with the most needed advice, the most needed, helpful, nurturing, and kind words to help us navigate the reality that we're facing, whatever that may be for every single individual watching this video. We love you and we appreciate it immensely. All right, we have card number 27. Push to the surface. You may have become complacent. You might be stalling or in need of a surge of energy. Become aware of the dynamics of your life. So it's a good time right now to think about how we may be, in a way or another, in a comfort zone. How we have become complacent. Could be with a set of habits, could be with a set of beliefs, could be with a frame of thinking. You might be stalling or in need of a surge of energy. So some of you may be feeling a little low, a little down, a little bit apathetic, perhaps. Some of you may be feeling a little disconnected with the magic of it all. Maybe due to routine, maybe due to the things that you normally give energy to, which may be important, may be priorities in your life, but could also be repetitive. So, how can you, perhaps at this time, connect with the divine? Connect with what is divine for you. It doesn't have to be necessarily what is divinity framed through the general public's belief. This doesn't have to be a spiritual thing, to be a spiritual thing, if that makes sense. So if what makes you feel amazing, what makes you feel connected is going surfing, watching a sunset, taking a walk in nature, let that be your divinity. Let that be your connection to spirit. It doesn't have to be a temple, a church. It doesn't have to necessarily be a prayer or ritual. It could be something that makes you feel connected to God. It makes you feel connected to that energy that is divine, however you choose to experience it. Become aware of the dynamics of your life. Think a little bit about how things have gone recently. Think about the influence that maybe your parents, with their presence or lack thereof, have in a way stilled in you. Like, because I see here this big whale pushing this little whale to the surface. This could be you pushing kind of like your most innocent version, your inner child, to the surface for air, for light. This could be a parent trying to push their child, maybe you being the parent or you being the child, to the surface for some air. Let's see what other cards are showing up here to deepen the message. By the way, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your presence in this channel, so if you would like to subscribe, like, comment, I really appreciate all of those actions. Alright, so we have card number 18, Clear the Excess. You are entering a transitional phase and would benefit from clearing away excess clutter, whether it is in your physical body or in your physical space. Interesting. So you're pushing to the surface. To be able to push to the surface, physically speaking, you would need to be as light as possible, right? To go into that frequency, that connection with the divine, your energy needs to be as light as possible. Your frequency needs to be as light or high as possible. So it's time to maybe pay a little bit of attention to what brings your energy down. what makes you more dense, what makes you feel more weighed down, which could be physical weight. It could be certain foods that you're eating, certain shows that you're watching. What makes you feel heavy? It may be time to identify these things. And for some of you, this is excess food. For some of you, this is excess substances, medications, um, bad habits. But for others of you, this could literally be your ex, okay? I don't know, I see exes and I can't not think of exes, like your ex partners. So some of you, if you find yourself that you're thinking a lot about them, about the memories, about the moments lived, it could be a good time right now to lighten that load. Maybe it's physical. Maybe it's your home. Maybe you find yourself in a space that feels dense, that feels cluttered. Maybe you look to your left, clutter. You look to your right, clutter. And in a way that does affect our energy. So maybe it would be a good time to start clearing that a little bit. And, or, maybe it's not things that you have to necessarily get rid of, but that you have to organize, clear. Then we have here 12, card number 12, replacing what was lost. You now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. Create with a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance in the horizon. Beautiful. So prosperity, abundance, lots of very um, fortunate words here for you. I feel like in a way you are kind of like dropping the weights that have been holding you back in order to simply float to the surface into the frequency that you belong in. And in that frequency, I feel you're going to be met with the divine, with clarity, lightness, levity, prosperity, abundance, and good luck. So it is energetically and physically a matter of surrendering, letting go of everything that is weighing you down. Replacing what was lost. So if some of you have lost something important recently, something maybe that you feel was unfairly taken from you, maybe some money, maybe a property, maybe an item, this could be coming back in a different shape, okay? So I always have this belief that all the love you give, all the energy you give, all the kindness you put out there, even if you're giving it to quote unquote the wrong person or someone who cannot give that back to you, the fact that you're giving all of that eventually becomes kind of like a energy that returns to you, maybe through another person. If that person can't give you that energy back in a way that you are meant to receive it, maybe through another person, through another item, through another property, through another job, through another um, income. But it's like the same energy that you gave coming back to your life in divine justice through a different vessel, perhaps. So that is what I'm getting for today's reading. This is going to be a short and sweet one. Let me know if it resonates with you. Let me know if one of these cards is like your card. And I would have to say, for me, Push to the Surface is the one that is resonating with me the most. Like, pushing myself into that connection with spirit, pushing myself into that connection with divinity in whatever way makes sense to me today, and finding that levity there. Let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts about this. Alrighty, I'll see you in the next one. Bye, my loves. Thank you for being here.